Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Chrysanthemum by John Steinbeck. Come, let's go to the summary. John Steinbeck wrote Chrysanthemum in 1937 and it appeared in the Harper's Magazine. And in the very next year, he included that in his short story collection, The Long Valley. This is a story with only 3 characters, and the main character is Eliza Allen. She's a 35-year-old strong woman. She is attractive and she has a lot of interest in gardening and in housekeeping. And her husband is Henry Allen, and from their talk and the way they move together, we find that he respects a lot, and he is also fond of gardening and also in trading cattle. And then we have a third character. The name of the character is not mentioned, but his profession is a tinker. That is a person who mends the broken pots and sharpens the scissors and all that. And the story takes place in California in Salinas Valley, and it is winter time. And Elisa is working on her garden, and she is actually taking care of the chrysanthemum sprouts in her garden. And at the same time, she is also watching her husband negotiating a cattle deal with 2 strangers. And soon her husband comes near her and he tells her that the cattle deal is over, and he is very happy about the cattle deal, and at the same time he also praises her gardening skills. And they also have an apple orchard, and he says that if she concentrates also on the apple orchard, maybe she can do wonders there. And hearing that, Elisa is very happy and she says okay, she'll go and work there. But then he dismisses the idea, saying no, you only take care of this flower garden. And then he asks her whether that night they can go out for dinner and also to a movie to celebrate, and she agrees. And then he says, why not we go for a boxing match instead of the movie? That time she says, no, I don't like boxing matches. And then he says, no, I know that you don't like boxing matches. I only asked you for a joke. We'll go to the movie itself. And then they plan to leave at 5 o'clock. And he goes inside to take care of his work. And Elisa continues her gardening work. At that time, a wagon comes near a house and it stops. And from the words written in the wagon, she understands it is a tinker who is approaching her. A man comes from the wagon, and he comes and he asks her if there is anything to be fixed in her house. And Elisa tells him, no, there is no work there. But he does not leave, and he keeps on lingering, and he just keeps talking with her. And slowly he asks her about the chrysanthemum. And the moment he asks about chrysanthemum, Elisa is really very happy because she has got a lot of attachment towards it, and she tells him about the flowers. And as they are talking, the man says that down the road a woman wanted to have chrysanthemums, but she does not have them in her garden. Immediately Elisa says that she will give up a pot of sprouts, and that the tinker can take and go and give it to the woman who is down the road. And she also gives a lot of instructions while she is preparing the pot. And the instructions are about how to take care of the chrysanthemum, when they should water, and what are the precautions they should take, and all that. And the tinker listens to everything very patiently, and slowly again he starts talking about his work. He says that he has less work nowadays, and it is the only way he earns his food. And again he asks her if there is anything which is kept in a house to be mended, he will do it for her. And Eliza, who now feels pity on him, goes inside and finds a few pots for him to mend. And as he is mending, she asks him about his life, and he says that he keeps traveling this same place, and he travels from one place to another, and in between whatever work he does, that is tinkering work, he does it, and that is his living. And when she listens to his life, she says she wishes that she can live a life like that, where she can travel wherever she wants independently. But then he says, no, this type of life is not suitable for a woman. And then she pays him 50 cents for his work, what he has done, and he bids goodbye. And when he is going, she goes and gives a final advice on taking care of the chrysanthemum. But at this moment, he shows no interest in what she says, and he just leaves. Then Elisa returns home very happily, and then she takes a bath, and she stands in front of a mirror, and she studies her body slowly, and she chooses one of her prettiest clothes, and she gets dressed very slowly and takes a lot of care and styles her hair, and even in makeup she takes a lot of care this time. And she comes down, and Henry also comes, and now he is also dressed. And when Henry looks at her, he says that she looks strong, different, and nice. And hearing this, Elisa says that she has always been strong, but what does he mean by saying nice? And he gets confused. He does not know what to say. and he just says, no, you look nice and different. And then afterwards they come down and they start going to the movie, and Elisa is really very happy, and suddenly she notices her chrysanthemum sprouts dropped on the road, and she understands that the tinker had dumped them by the roadside and had kept only the pot because the pot will be useful for him. And she understood that he has only said all that to get some work, to get some money for his work from her. And slowly the vehicle overtakes the tinker's wagon, and this time Elisa refuses to even look at it. And then Elisa turns to Henry and asks about the boxing fights he was talking, and then she says, can we have wine along with the dinner? And he says okay. And again she speaks about the fight, and she asks whether the men will not hurt each other while they are having a fight, because she has read that these matches, boxing matches, will be violent. And Henry says yes, they do get hurt. And then seeing her getting interested in this boxing matches, he asks her whether she wants to go for the fight. But she says no, I don't want to go to the fight, and wine will be enough for dinner. And as they continue their speech, tears drop from her eyes, and slowly she turns up her coat collar so that he cannot see her wiping her tears, and she hides her crying from him, and the story ends here. It's a very beautiful story. It's about a very simple incident, but it's very touching. And this is the story. If you have anything more to add on to this, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Only then you will get the notification of all my videos when I post them. Thank you.